Hey, good morning, everyone. I see a lot of people now joining in, so we can start off. And to start with, I just want to do a quick check. Can you guys clearly hear me loud and clear? And can you see my screen as well? Thanks for replying back. So I see some new candidates also joining in this time. So again, I'll do a little bit of context setting and then we can start off with the main topic. So I'll quickly start with a brief introduction of myself, though a lot of you people know me as I was there in the last section. But for the few new candidates who have joined in, uh, let me quickly introduce myself. Hello everyone, I'm Tarun Minocha. I'll be your instructor for today, and I'll be taking you through SEM, the Research Engine Marketing. And a quick brief about myself. I am a management graduate from IIM with close to a decade of experience in digital consulting, digital marketing, analytics, and digital transformation across industries such as e-commerce, retail, healthcare, automotive, and all of that. And this is a little brief about myself. And so the agenda that I'm going to set up for today is I have got a little feedback that for the last time few of the candidates were not able to join. So for initial 30-40 minutes, we'll be doing a quick recap of what we discussed in the last session. And there is few more reasons of doing a quick recap is as this topic is really important, and I can see in the AdWord campaigns, in AdWord accounts, like most of you have not made live any of the new campaigns. So this is also one reason I want to quickly recap it. And also, like in the last 10-15 minutes of these 30-40 minute initial session, we'll try to do a hands-on, wherein I would like if you guys go ahead, go into your own accounts and start executing and start doing your hands-on and start executing those campaigns, so that you have an hands-on experience. Going through theory is one thing, and doing hands-on is another thing, which is really very important. So what I have seen, like, none of the campaigns have been executed in the various accounts when I was going through those accounts. So before starting, and little bit about like how I'm going to take this session, or how I had taken the previous session is, so throughout the session, I assume you guys as in budding entrepreneurs or digital marketers, where you, after doing your course, you're going to go into act, or presently you are acting as a digital marketer, managers at a very senior roles and all that. So I'm assuming like at every stage you have to take some decisions, or what are the key takeaways that I'm going to give you through each of the slides. I'll try to make that from each slide we should have some key takeaways, which is going to help us while we are playing our role in our industries, in our professions and all that. And at the end of each topic that we'll be covering, if I'll try to take some case studies or use case, I'll build some use case on my own and then we'll discuss around it, so that we are able to get the entire picture of what is happening, so that we are able to consolidate all the slides together and take out some learning out of it. So with this, I'll start with the last time session. I'll try to quickly recap in another next 30 to 40 minutes, so that all of us are on the same page and then we can go together. Before moving ahead, I just wanted to know, in the last sessions, have you guys created your own landing pages or landing pages pertaining to the groups that have been divided? Have we already gone through creation of landing pages in Google Analytics class or any previous of the classes? Can somebody reply back? Oh, okay. We haven't yet. No issues. We'll do that. So I see a few of the questions that we had last time as well. This was supposed to be an SEO lecture. No, this was not supposed to be an SEO lecture. We had an SEM lecture last time as well, and we are continuing with that SEM lecture because few of the candidates missed the SEM lecture last time. So I'm going to go do a quick recap of what we did the last time, and then I'll pick up from there in the for the new topics that we are going to cover today. Now we covered SEM in the last section. And today also we are going to do advanced SEM, and plus we are going to do a recap. So don't worry that it should be an SEO or whatever it was, but now it is going to be an SEM. I'm going to do a quick recap so that we can cover up what we left last time. So let me start what we discussed last time. No, so this is what I'm saying, Shashank, that like we have done SEM in the last lecture, and I'm going to do a quick recap or the quick. I'm going to do it again what we have been covered in the last section, but I'm going to do it a little quickly so that it's in fair justice to the candidates who are present in the last session as well. So also, if you haven't attended, if any one of you have not attended the previous session, so this will be a quick recap where you guys will also be on page with the rest of the people, and we can then start with the next couple of things that we are going to cover. So let me start it up like what we discussed in the last session. So we actually covered in the last session was like what exactly is internet advertising, what exactly is SEM, what how is Google AdWords different from SEM, what is pay-per-click campaign. These are certain synonyms or jargons, I would say, which have been used in industry, but these are a little different from each other. So we are going to clarify that from an industry perspective, and then we're going to do a practical and also through a theory of how to do a search and keyword research, what exactly is an SEM or a Google AdWords, and then we are going to do an hands-on on launching in campaign. This is what we have covered in the last time, and today also I am going to do a quick recap. Like I'll be putting good 30 to 40 minutes on this so that we can all of us are on same page, and then we can go together. So what exactly is online advertising? So online advertising is a big term which is not, to make it very clear, which is not in synonym with, or which is not equal to SEM, which is not equal to Google AdWords. This is a plethora of word which includes everything in the online on the online word pertaining to advertising. For example, it involves email marketing, display marketing, social media marketing, and it also involves SEM, that is our search engine marketing. So why exactly, what is the reason that we are going to take up this topic of SEM? So it is, the perspective is that if we see this chart which is coming up, or this slide, we'll see how the online advertisement is being growing across the years. So the growth is phenomenal. If we just average out, we'll see across the desktop search only, it's like 40% growth, and across mobile, it's also more than 40% growth. So the key insight from this slide is that the search is very important. It's growing at a very, very fast pace. And that is why it's important, and it's taking a lot of space for most of the advertisers or online advertisers. So important key takeaway from this slide is, so there is a key thought leader in this space which put up trends on online advertising. How is the online advertising growing in? So the name of the person is Mary Meeker, and if I'll just put it in the search box so that you guys can also see. And the utility of this is, if you ever want to see any thought leadership in this space, you can refer to this person, and you can then put up some thought leadership, or if you want to refer to or give some insight on this part, like how the internet is growing, why internet is so important, why SEM is important, which individual channel is growing at what rate. So that's a key advantage of referring to this particular report, which every year publishes how internet industry or how online advertising is growing across the years. So now coming to PPC, but let's first understand what exactly is PPC. So there have been certain terms floating around in industry, that is PPC, that is SEM, that is Google AdWords. Let me first clear it how these terms are different from each other. So SEM is search engine marketing as it is abbreviated. So SEM is basically, when I say search engine marketing, it is advertising on search engines. While PPC is a term or is a metric which is being used in SEM, which we say or abbreviates it as pay per click. So pay per click is something, how much do we pay to a search engine when we get a click or this. And in the subsequent slides, we'll learn how we decide on this. And then Google AdWords. So Google AdWords is one platform on which we are able to do search engine marketing and display marketing. Google AdWords is used synonymously with other of SEM or with PPC because it has majority of share in Indian market. More than 90% of the share lies with Google AdWords. So it's being used replaceable with PPC or with SEM, but all these are different terms that need to be taken into account. So this slide particularly tells us what is the advantage of PPC. A case study was being done on one of advertisers which see that before PPC and after PPC, what was the effect on site visitors and online orders for that particular advertisers. So when he was not doing an PPC, when he was doing in PPC, the site visitors grow phenomenal, if you see in the chart, and also the sales increased phenomenal. So, and even in the lower graph, you will see also how the sale grew in non-PPC touches and PPC touches. So the key takeaway here is that PPC is very important, and this has been validated throughout the industry that PPC, by executing a PPC, we get an increase in the traffic and as well as an increase in the sales. So we'll also, and very important point that I want to drive through here is how PPC is or SEM is different from SEO, which we'll learn in later slides. And this is an important point or key takeaway. I'll touch upon this when I'll go a little more detail. So again, like how internet market is growing, which geography is having how much users across internet marketing, nothing much of use. So average time spent. So why we actually cover a metric of average time spent? Average time spent or time spent online is actually actually an engagement metric which tells us like how much we are engaged with the online world. So if you see the recent metrics have been growing phenomenal within a span of 9 years from 2006 to 2015. It's almost all like from 12.9 hours a week per month, sorry, to 21 hours. And recently there was a report from Facebook also which said like people are spending on average 50 minutes daily on Facebook. And like social media is almost taking in account 30% of the time that an average user is spending online. So overall time that I'm spending online or you are spending online, out of that 30% of the time we have been spending on social media channels, especially Facebook. So I'm quickly running through these because the key message out of these is only one, that is what is the importance of SEM. So in this particular slide, if you'll see, there are certain advertisements which are coming on the right hand side, and there are certain ads which are symbolized as yellow in ads and coming on the top. These are all SEM ads, like search engine marketing ads. So this is how it is being segregated. These are all search engine marketing ads. This is just to show you that how search engine marketing ads look onto. In the subsequent slides, we'll also differentiate how SEM ads are different from SEO ads. Now these are the display banner ads. If you'll see, on the top and on the right hand side, the display, these ads which are being symbolized, these are display ads, which we are going to cover today in greater detail, like how to what exactly is SEM ad and how to what exactly is display ad and how exactly to execute it and how exactly to plan it. I have a question coming, just give me a minute. Okay, so the key point to be derived in case of a display ad is that while we are executing a display ad, we need to keep in mind that it should be sufficing to our target audience. So for example, in this slide, if you'll see, these all are Siemens ad and the Crown Plastics ad are more of a kind of engineering industry ad, and it's being placed on a website called Crazy Engineers. So it is in synonym with that, because when we are placing this ad over Crazy Engineers, we are making sure that our target audience which are coming to this Crazy Engineer site is also the target audience for the ads which is being posted. For example, if somebody is coming and looking after the blogs on Crazy Engineers, he must be an engineering related to an engineering domain, and he is the ideal person to target these ads. So this is a very important thing that need to be kept in mind while doing and display advertising. So we'll touch upon in detail on this display advertisement in the session later today. So types of online advertisement. So various type of online advertisement are, like as I said, search engine marketing, search based, display ads, and then banner, interstitial, and videos. So these three, video, interstitial, and banners, these are actually display ads only. So different types of display ads are banners. Interstitials is a full page ad, which you see, for example, if you are going through a majorly it comes in Times of India app also. If you're reading news, suddenly an app comes in between and it covers the entire page. So that is called an interstitial ad because it covers the entire page. We'll touch upon this in details, and there are two type of video ads, like rollover ad and a banner kind of ad. And then we have a retargeting ad. So retargeting ad, to be kept in mind, is not a kind of display ad, though display is a medium. It can also be an email retargeting as well. So now again, these are the various kind of search ads. If you'll see on the left hand side, on the left hand side it is showing all these key results are the SEM ads, and on the right hand side also these are all SEM ads. These are kind of product or shopping ads which we'll cover in subsequent slides, and these are normal search engine ads, search engine marketing ads, while this one is uh, the SEO. This is not an SEM, this is an SEO. So another point to derive here is, there is a question, let's cover up. So Shashank is asking me what is the difference between an SEO and an SEM. So first of all, an SEO is not an ad, it's an SEO, search engine optimization, and SEM is search engine marketing. So the key difference among SEO and SEM is, so SEM is a paid thing for which you paid to Google. For getting each click on those ads, you'll be paying to Google. While for an SEO, it's not a paid ad. It's not an ad, I would say. It's an search engine optimization, which is a known paid stuff. So that when you start building upon your own content in the market or content on your websites or in the digital environment, and somebody searches for you and comes up to you, and you haven't paid for that. While in SEM you pay to Google, it's in kind of advertisement, it's an paid advertisement where you have paid to Google that somebody who is searching for me or looking for an organization like me my ads comes on the top. Now, since you have touched upon this topic, let me go a little detail into this. Why SEO is different from, or how SEO is different from SEM. So, yes, SEO is organic. It is search engine optimization. SEO is all organic. So, SEO is something which is built over the time. It takes time to build SEO because there are certain links. It's majorly on content based. While SEM is a quick strategy. If I give you a knowledge, uh, it's like owning your home and renting your home. So when you start your business, for example, when you will be in digital marketer, you are as a digital marketer today in an organization, when you will be starting your digital marketing, so you can't start getting results from SEO from day one. It takes time to build because you will be building your website and you will be making it more content rich. You will be writing certain blogs and then slowly it picks up. It takes time. And you can't wait that till the time you build your content for business to come in. You want business immediately on the next day from a digital channel. And for that, you need to go through an SEM. That's a quick fix kind of strategy. You pay to Google, okay, on the search engine itself or on the search marketing, let my ad comes on the top and I'll pay you for that. So that's a kind of quick fix strategy. You start usually with an SEM and slowly you move to an SEO. So this is how organizations move in industry. When they start up, they put a lot of money, they need money. They start putting it in SEM and slowly they also start building their SEO. But if you'll move lately down the years, they'll start moving their budgets or expenditures more from SEM to SEO. And because SEM is a quick fix strategy now, when they have built already their SEO, they they need not pay that much budget into SEM. Hope this answers your question, Shashank. Okay. Now, this is exactly what is the difference between an SEO and SEM. If you'll see that ads which are coming on the top is an SEM and on the right hand side also an SEM, where you'll see these yellow marks ad which shows it's clearly an ad. While this one at the lower left hand side corner, it's an SEO. So apart from this, what exactly is also the advantage of SEM? So I would say like SEM has a more attention span or has a better placement or has a better real estate, where one can have more focus. If you'll see this red area on the top of this is actually an area which is being psychologically being proved, where an human eye has maximum attention, which we call golden triangle of search. And this is the area where most of the SEM ads are being placed. If we see in the previous slide, was the area on the top left hand side and the right hand side where the SEM ads are being placed. So if you see, there is a term called raster style, which says like human eye attention or mind attention moves like this as we write. From the top left hand side corner, it moves towards the top right hand side and moves towards the lower left hand side and then the lower right hand side. So this is a Z kind of attention span that's in human mind or an eye follows. And this is the reason while SEM has more convergence or more attention, because it's the space on the screen which has the more attention. So if somebody asks you like why SEM is having a better conversion, the reason is because the placement, the real estate, because it's being placed on that real estate or that position in the screen where an human eye have maximum attention. So again, this is a display ad which we discussed a few slides back. So this display ad, which is on should be on the portal where we have a target audience, where we have a relevant target audience. Uh, so I'm moving a little quicker because we have already covered this in the last time. I just wanted to give a quick recap. And so this is an interstitial ad. So interstitial ad is an ad which covers the entire portion or the entire screen, whether it's a mobile, whether it's a desktop. And what is so different about interstitial ad, or what is the key learning out of this, is because interstitial ad usually has higher click-through rates because it's more of not intentional but rather accidental, because when it covers the entire screen and when you are trying to close it, you incidentally click on the ad and goes through a click-through. But it's not of much use, because if you don't have an intention, if you don't want to see that ad, even if you have clicked it, you'll go again and close it down. So, but the key thing or the key differentiator is it covers the entire screen, and you can usually see these types of ad in Times of India uh, application or various other portals as well. So what is the size? If I say in terms of size, in a desktop, it will be like 768 into 1024 would be the size of an interstitial ad, while for an mobile platform, it will be 320 into 420. This is the unit here is pixels. The screen is being measured in pixels. Now, what is in video ad? So video ad, like I'm sure most of you are aware of YouTube, you'll be going to YouTube and watching videos. So an ad which comes like this while you are watching a video on the left, on the top, on the bottom of the video, this is called an overlay ad, a video overlay ad. While an ad which comes when you are playing a video and it comes in between when you are seeing that video, it's in kind of video rollover ad. And for that particular ad, a video rollover ad, you need not pay anything until you get a click onto that. If you click, if somebody skips that ad, the advertiser is not being going to be charged. And if somebody is going to see that ad, then only the complete ad, then only YouTube will be charged the advertiser. So if you are skipping those ad, it means like the advertiser is not being charged for that. Okay, let's move to next slide. So retargeting ads. Yes, Gautam, yes, the video ad is a paid ad. You need to create a video on your own, and then there are various portals in display advertising, which we are going to discuss today. So there is an option where you can select whether you want to go for an display where you want to go for a video display advertising, and then you can post your video across various publishers or portals. It will also ask you where exactly do you want to push your ad to, whether it is YouTube, whether it is Vivo, there are different portals around. So it will ask you which portal do you want to put your ad, and then you can put your ad. It's a paid ad, but for example, YouTube, you will be only charged if you don't skip the ad as an advertiser. If the viewer is not skipping the ad, if somebody is skipping the ad, YouTube doesn't charge for that. It's a paid ad. So retargeting. So the question is, who decides from where I can get an option to set the ad from Google Ads. Google AdWords only. Google AdWords in display advertising, which we are going to discuss it today. So we got an option where we can decide which publisher as in send, like whether it is an advertiser, where we want to put our ads. It's up to us. Like we can decide whether we want YouTube. This is one option. While when you go and choose your publishers and say like I want my ads to be placed on these publishers. So now retargeting. So retargeting is which also we are going to discuss in details how to execute a retargeting. So Shashank, your question is, I mean, in which video to put my ad? Can a client choose this video? No, we can't choose this video, but but YouTube makes sure that it is into the relevant videos only. It will show you that there are certain videos which are having this amount of viewership, which are having this amount. For example, there are certain videos which are viewed the most. There are certain videos which are viewed the less. So it'll show you options like these. These are some of the videos which are viewed the most. So you'll be charged different. For example, there are certain videos who have good amount of impressions rate, and there are certain videos which less people are seeing it. So if you put your videos in put your ad in the videos which have huge impression share, you'll be charged differently as compared to the one. But you don't have an option of pick and choose, like I want to put in this or I want to put in this, especially from a Google AdWords platform. You don't have an option of that. So hope it helped. Hope I answered your question, Shashank. So now retargeting. So retargeting is when you visit some website and you remain on that website for a, yes, there is a differential costing for that. Shopper visits a website and it is being tagged. For example, I being in Shopper, I visited a website, and then after visiting that website, I did some action on that website, or I was there for a few minutes or a few seconds. Now I'm being tagged. And now I when visit a different website, the similar kind of ad follows me on that website, and a banner comes around, a display banner or an email comes around and says like you visited my, in an email it usually says like you was, for example, you went to flipkart.com and you went to the cart, you added something into your cart, and then you haven't completed your shopping, you went back and dropped the cart and went to some other website. Now there are two options. One is display remarketing, where a display banner of that particular product will start following you across the internet. Wherever you go, it started appearing onto that. And the other option is you'll start, if Flipkart you have your email details, they'll start shooting you mails like you visited the app, you visited the cart, you have added this to your cart, but you haven't completed your shopping, come back and complete your shopping. And even in app, if you have added something to your uh, cart and you haven't completed it, then you may start getting notifications in your app. So let me give you a quick examples. For example, I visited Jabong, an example which I showed last time as well. This is not Jabong. I'm trying to show you an example of, for example, let me go into men and let me look for any of the products. For example, I go in watches and I click on any particular watch, I add it to bag, Now, suppose I close this side and go around on internet, but provided this ad will be shown only on those internet portals or only in those websites which are Google partners, which have given and go ahead to Google that I'm your partner, I'm enrolling with you in your AdSense platform. Now you can start putting ads on my portal. Yes, it has to do with cookies because when you go onto your website, it there is a tag being placed in that website, and that tag identifies you. So, for example, we are going to discuss this in subsequent slides that how remarketing is being done. So I can, as an website owner, I can decide which website or which pages I want retargeting. So it depends upon Jabong if they want, like whether a retargeting tag to be placed in watches or not. They can even make sure that if it is not there in watches, then I'll not be tagged. So it depends upon cookies. When I go there, a tag is being there, and if I drop my cookies is there, and then only it is being possible. If you clear your cookies, then remarketing doesn't happen. Just give me a minute. Yes, let me type here. For example, I go test my speed because I'm using this because I know like they haven't tie up with speedtest.net. See, if I visited Amazon, it's showing a retargeting ad from Amazon Paperfry, and go down. Should here is that watches ad on Jabong. See, start following me up, and it is coming here now. So it's a product kind of retargeting where exactly those products rather than any generic banner is being placed, only those specific product, the watches products are being shown in here, so that there is more relevance and so that there are more chances of getting a click. No, it's not possible that there is a question, is it possible that browser can stop this retargeting? It's not possible. This is a tag being dropped. This is a tag being dropped into the browser. For example, I want to do a retargeting. So what I'll do as an advertiser, so I have to drop a tag in my website. So when as a visitor I visit the website, I'll be tagged now. When I am being tagged now, wherever I go on the internet, I'll be followed up. And if I delete my cookies in certain type of retargetings, for example, if I now delete, we can try it, like if it happens or not. I go and I go into the settings, I delete the cookies, and let's see if it still follows me or not. Right. Now I go again, for example, to test. It still show up. It should. So it depends upon in certain types of retargeting. If you delete your cookies, you are not going to be followed. So it went away because I deleted my cookies. Now it's not coming Jabong. Rest all are others, but Jabong went away. Now if I do again go Jabong and then my go again, it will start coming again. So this is how retargeting is being done. So now we'll focus specifically on search. So why search? So why search is being done? So search is the most important thing about search to know is that a user intent is there. When you are being searching, you have been searching majorly for three reasons. First is entertainment. When you search on the internet, you want to see, okay, one of favorite actresses is doing or actor is doing. That's more of a kind of entertainment. Then there is enlightenment, where you have some questions in your mind and you want to know how stuff works, or what did Newton do with the apple, and something other. You want some information alignment. And the third thing is when you want to buy something, you want some information. I want to buy a watch for myself. I want to do. Then also you will do search. So in the last case, the intent is there. The intent to buy is there. So that is why we are using search here. So these are some of the few basic reasons why we use search. Again, Google AdWords, as I have told you, that Google AdWords, why it is being synonymally used with PPC, or why is it being synonymally used with SEM, is because it has more than 90% share in India. 90% of search engine marketing share is Google, and rest of the 10% is with Bing and Yahoo and other search engines. So there are certain videos being posted uh, in this PPT which I have played last time also. Like, I'll not play them this time because we'll quickly run through these, but I hope you all have received this PPT. Can somebody replies back? Last time I've shared with the coordinator and asked them to share it across with you. Have you guys received this PPT? So there are all the links being placed in this. You can, all these videos are very useful, and you should go and watch them once. Cool. I have received the reply that people have received this PPT. There is no link. Like, I'll ask the coordinator to share across again with the batch. Or you want this link to be placed here? No issues. So Google AdWords, what exactly is AdWords, or how exactly the search works? It's a very important thing to understand how exactly the SEM works. So if you imagine yourself in the shoes of a buyer when you do a shopping, you exactly go to Google and put some search query inside it. Like, you have in something in your mind that I want to do this stuff, and you put in query. You don't put keywords, you put in query. For example, I want to buy a watch. I would write like, I want to buy a watch online, something like that. Or buy a watch in my local area, whatever, buy a watch in Delhi, NCR, or Bangalore, or whatever area, whatever exactly it is. While from an advertiser perspective, if you are running a business or you are a marketeer for an organization, you are advertising your services or solution where you can put only keywords. So the key here is, or the key message here is, we have to closely match that keyword with that search query. When that search query matches with that keywords, then exactly those ad appear. So there are plenty of other things also, like quality score, landing page relevance, and ad relevance, and all that, which plays a role on your ad to come up on the top position. But the first thing is the keyword, which need to be kept in mind. So overall, if I laid down a process of how AdWord works, is a user or a buyer types a query or a string, and then Google goes back, Google searches for all the advertiser which have a similar keywords being placed, and they search or prioritize them, the few which have the similar keywords, but not all can be placed on the top, because there are only one or two options or three options to the max which are being placed on the top in search engine marketing. It will look, the next big thing it will look for is the relevance. Now the relevance is, the keyword is the keyword that you have put. For example, you are selling watches, you said you have put in keyword as in watching, selling watches online, or sell watches online, something like that. So then that keyword should be in sync or should be in relevance to your ad copy. So your ad copy should also tell that you are selling watches online. If you are selling TVs online and you're putting an in ad copy or in landing page link or on the website link that you are selling TVs, it will not appear there because Google also checks for that. Google makes sure that its users are getting the relevant results. So then it is prioritized on the basis of quality scores. I'll see which ads are most relevant will start coming onto the top. So this is the way how this AdWords entirely work. So now for the next 10-15 minutes, I just want to do a hands-on campaign. I have shown you last time how to do an keyword planning exercise and also how to plan and campaign. I'm also going to do it today also with you guys, but I want you also to be here, start doing the same thing along with me. I think in the last or few previous sessions, we have divided groups and wherein we have each of us as a website has each group has its website to work on or to a business idea to work on. So we'll start running these campaigns in various accounts today. We'll plan these campaigns and then I want all of you to do it across with me so that we have an hands-on experience. That's very important. So this is one of the key reasons why I wanted to repeat this exercise today. So let me quickly show you through how to do it, and then we'll at the same time I also will go to Google AdWords here repeatedly, and then we can also start planning it. So before we do this exercise, just spend 2 quick minutes on answering these questions for your respective website. Who is your audience? What are they searching for? What do you want them to know? What questions can you solve for them? What problems can you solve? So can you quickly in your mind or write down somewhere like what exactly are these questions? What are the answers to these questions so that then we can jump onto an keyword planning exercise and then campaign execution. I'll give you 2 minutes and then I'll come back. Like it's 10:56 in my clock, and then we'll start again at 10:58. While in the meantime, you can have answers to all these questions and then also have your Google AdWords account logged in. So I see most of the people saying that they don't have the usernames and passwords. Let me give it to you. Have we not decided in our past lectures? Have we done with the group formation exercise? No, we haven't done with the group formation exercise, huh? Cool, 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 and we can't do it. Give me a So let's do one thing. Let me give you the Google account password and uh, details. And then you can choose any one of yours. And have you been allocated the websites yet? My goodness. The websites have also not been given to you. No issues. Let's I think I'm sharing this Google account passwords with all you guys. Let me know when you guys get it. No, no, no. Why is this going? Yeah. Have you received the passwords and the Google account's Gmail? Yup. Right. So as of now, we can choose the groups randomly, whatever group you want to choose or whatever password you want to log in, and then we'll see how to decide among the groups how to choose the groups.